Severance and the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Bob Hope, Richard Pryor, David Bowie, Randy Oates, and the mighty Carson Art Players. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Put out the roach and calm down. Thank you, darling. I'm surprised you're going to read the applause sign through the smog tonight. I want to thank you, really, for waiting outside in this terrible air today. It is... We know. But what was I talking about? Waiting in line. And may we have a moment of silence for those who dropped dead outside? You know what they call this today? We have what they call the Air Management Quality District in Los Angeles. And today we are having what is known as an oxidant sulfate episode. That means you have to chew the air before you can swallow it. This is our new set. We opened with this the other day. We just found out that the pillars you see holding up our arches over here are on temporary loan from Forest Lawn. And they have to be back on the tomb of Raymond Navarro in the morning. Now, look, those of you from out of town, we have from time to time give some nightly tips for tourists so that you'll have a good time out here in California and won't go home with any bad feelings if you get ripped off. If you're walking down Hollywood Boulevard, if you're on Hollywood Boulevard and you see a sign that says, if it doesn't come out the way you like it, you don't have to pay for it, it is not necessarily a photomat. I see. No, only from the heart. Not if you... This is the second day, I guess, of the celebration of Los Angeles' bicentennial, and as I mentioned the other night, a lot of people didn't know this. Los Angeles was discovered by a Mexican explorer, Gaspar de Portola. What's funny about that? And when he arrived at the area that is now Beverly Hills, he was greeted in those days by a dark-skinned tribe that spoke in a strange tongue, Arabic. You folks are really not quite sure of this whole thing tonight. All right, I'll give you some historical news. Did you know on this day in 1744, the first Continental Congress got together in Philadelphia? Didn't care, didn't know that. No, it was a very exciting day. What they did, the first Congress opened, they took the roll call, voted to adjourn. When I get to one you like, would you hold up a green flag or something like that? Did you know, here's a late report from the newsroom, just came in. Food and Drug Administration just announced today that a Canadian rat who drank coffee, liquor, and smoked cigarettes during pregnancy just gave birth to a cat. Well, let's go to the political news and see if Ronald Reagan regained his momentum by not opening his mouth today. I do have some good news and bad news. The bad news is that the winemakers in California are going out on strike. Yeah. The good news is that Ernest and Julio are going on That's Incredible with their purple feet. There's another bullet. I don't know whether you saw this, but the unknown comic today took the paper bag off his head. Turned out to be Abby Hoffman. Abby Hoffman, as you know, has been underground for about the last 6 or 7 years. And he resorted to a number of clever schemes to keep out of the public eye. Most people don't know this, but for an entire year, he was one of the stars of Hello, Larry. And the trials and tribulations of Billy Carter are still in the newspaper. Did you read today that the FBI trailed Billy Carter for an entire day on June 11th because they believed that the president's brother might accept cash from the Libyans? And one day they were following him, and they had a tape recorder. They saw Billy duck behind the Washington Monument. And they thought they had him, but now they're stuck with a tape full of zipper sounds. All right, go ahead. Well, tomorrow night, a great American institution is on television, the Miss America pageant, but without Bert Parks. Yes. Bert, as you know, was fired because he got too old, they said, and we have a new master of ceremonies, Ron Ely, who played Tarzan. I don't know, somehow it's not going to be the same with the guy saying, "You, Miss America, me, Ron." Got a friend for Cheetah? You know what my favorite part of the Miss America contest is? The talent competition. Oh, yeah. Last year, if you remember, Miss Arkansas had a great act. She spoon-fed her grandmother mayonnaise while humming "God Bless America." The National League football season starts officially Sunday. Are you ready for Monday Night Football with Howard Cosell? I suggest Ronald Reagan tune in Monday Night Football and listen to Howard Cosell, and I'm sure he'll change his mind about Darwin's theory. Or not. Well, anyway, we got a show, some kind of show tonight. You all know who's here. Mr. Bob Hope is here. Gentlemen, I am really happy is here. Richard Pryor. And one of the great musical artists, David Bowie. Hey, where you are? Yeah, we'll be back.
America, here comes your hair. Hair that's full of body, that holds up under heat. Hair conditioned with Flex. Revlon's unique balsam and protein conditioner adds the right amount of body to every kind of hair. Makes over-dried hair dazzling, healthy-looking, shiny, and flexible again. For body that holds up under heat, get Flex Conditioner, Flex Shampoo, too, from Revlon. Beautiful.
I feel good all under. Know why I feel good all under? My Hanes underwear fits all under. Look, reinforced neck, double seams, and a waistband that doesn't dig in. What comfort. And the Hanes price makes my wallet feel good, too. Boy, do I feel good all under.
Hanes makes you feel good all under.
Good morning.
Let Hanes make him feel good all under.
Foster and the NBC Today. Now it's time for our news feature, Carson Reports, spotlighting the big stories of the day. Now, recently, America became aware of certain sensitive personnel problems within the armed services due to the well-publicized trial of 8 female sailors from the U.S. Navy ship, the Norton Sound. Now, this situation is nothing new, however. Why, even the United States cavalry had its problems during the Battle of the Little Bighorn.
General Custer, there must be 10,000 red men over that hill over there.
Oh, really? You, a red person, over here. What's your sign? Look at those outrageous feathers and the makeup. Huh? You come here.
Controversy was touched off recently with revelations concerning certain personnel habits and the lifestyles of a large percentage of professional basketball players.
This is Stu Nahan here on the sidelines at halftime. We're going to try to interview the star forward, Danny Doherty, the Deacon of Dunk. Deacon, I wonder if I could have a word with you just a moment, please.
Yeah, sure, thanks, Stu.
Deacon, you've been in the league a long time.
Yeah.
What about those reports that 40 to 75% of the NBA players are using cocaine and other illegal drugs, sometimes even during games?
Hey, no way, Stu. That's a vicious lie. You know what I mean? We're the cream of American athletes. Every ball player I know is straight. You know, we couldn't keep up this breakneck pace if we was doing drugs. You know what I mean? Hey, gotta go now. Second half starting.
Again.
Several times over the past few months, our military computers have mistakenly indicated that the United States was under nuclear attack from Russia. Now, luckily, these malfunctions were discovered in time, but what if the computer malfunction wasn't caught in time? Then President Carter might have to make an emergency hotline call to the Kremlin.
If the number you need isn't in your phone book, please stay on the line. When the operator gives you the number, please write it down for future use.
Operator, this is the President of the United States. I need to make a hotline call to Premier Brezhnev.
What city, please?
Moscow. There's been a computer error. Our nuclear missiles have been launched toward Russia by mistake.
Okay, you want a Premier Brezhnev. What was that first name?
Leonid.
Is that L as in Leopold, E as in elephant, O as in Ohio?
Yes, Leonid. L-E-O-N-I-D. That's it, operator.
I don't show a Leonid Brezhnev. I have a Yuri Brezhnev, a Nikis Boris Brezhnev, and a Dr. Ivan Brezhnev, a podiatrist.
It's got to be there.
Oh, yes, just one moment, sir. Here's another listing of Brezhnev. Chairman L.
That's it.
Oh, just 1 minute, sir. I'll connect you.
Da, Chairman Brezhnev.
This is President Carter. Our computers have failed again. Our nuclear missiles are headed straight for Moscow.
Holy shit.
Hello? Hello there.
I'm sorry you were cut off, sir. We will give you a 1-minute credit on that disconnected call.
Well, at least I tried.
Many companies paid huge amounts of money to celebrity spokesmen to pitch their products in television commercials. However, the Chrysler Corporation hired a giant superstar to do their commercials for just $1.
Hey, my kind of car, that Chrysler is. Hi, Dal. Hey, America, Francis Albert here. You know, I've been down and people have counted me out, but I always punch my way back. Now I got a pal at the Chrysler Corporation that needs your help, and we're going to see that he gets back in the chips, you dig? So listen to old Blue Eyes and snatch a gang of value with a Chrysler. Be cool and give the bums rush to those foreign import cars, because they're the dudes that are screwing up another good buddy of mine, the old US of A. Hey, Sport, what kind of wheels you driving?
I drive Toyota.
Come on, let's shake it down. Just grab yourself one of those wagons, Jack. This is the last time I'm going to tell you. Ciao. Scooby-Dooby.
Right now, Sherwin-Williams paint is on something more impressive than cable cars, football stadiums, submarines, or even the Apollo rocket. Right now, Sherwin-Williams paint is on sale. For a limited time, you can get Classic 99, our best flat wall paint at the lowest price of the year. But you can only get it at a Sherwin-Williams store.
We're taking everything out of our house that we clean with Glass Plus, the whole house cleaner. Watch my petunias, honey. Of course, Glass Plus cleans mirrors and windows without streaking. And Glass Plus cleans all these appliances, plus stovetops, plus bathroom fixtures, plus a whole lot more. Got a whole house to clean? Get the whole house cleaner. Glass Plus. It cleans windows plus a whole lot more. Okay, honey. We can put it all back now.
Francis Albert.
Francis Albert.
Yeah, and you're Brezhnev. That's scary. You look quite a bit like, Chairman-L.
I look like Brezhnev.
Oh, da.
My first guess, what can you say about this man? Every accolade has been paid to him. He has won every honor practically in the world. He is currently working at the Universal Amphitheater right here in Los Angeles through tomorrow night, I believe, and just doing a smashing business. His special Bob Hope's All-Star Comedy Look at TV's Primetime Wars, Will the People Strike Back? Is that the title? Bob Hope's All-Star Comedy Look at TV's Primetime Wars, Will the People Strike Back will be on NBC from 9 to 10. That's tomorrow night, right? And after that, the next day, he goes down to Dallas for a tribute to Roger Staubach. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Bob Hope? Why don't you get some steady work?
Huh?
You know, steady work.
What?
You, I read the reviews. I'm going to come out and see you. You close tomorrow, right?
Oh, God, I could have rewritten some of that stuff.
Huh?
I could have rewritten a lot of that.
What do you mean? You're doing smashing business out there.
No, it's fine. They're fine, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, we're very lucky.
When's the last time you played Los Angeles?
I haven't played here for about 40 years. I played in Roberta, down at Civic Light Opera at about 1939, and I must have been a smash, huh?
Yeah, they called you right back. Why haven't you played?
40 years later. That's like George Burns in his second picture.
Why haven't you played in 40 years?
I don't know. I'm so busy traveling, you know, and there was no place to play around here. I went up last year to that amphitheater and introduced Kenny Rogers.
That's right.
And they were so wonderful. I did about 5 minutes, and the guy, Herb Steinberg, said, hey, you got to come back and play a week. So I'm back there in that wind tunnel playing it.
Is it a good place to play?
It's a nice fresh air camp.
Yeah.
You go up there at night, the coyotes applaud and laugh. Oh, God, it's beautiful.
You're going to try? Somebody's talking to me about working there, and I've been reluctant. I don't know why.
You'd be wonderful up there. No, I mean, I'm serious.
Yeah.
The acoustics are fantastic. You play there, Doc? 5,300 seats. It's beautiful, and it's ramped like the Palladium. You know, like here.
Yeah.
You know, you're
all
so
cheered.
used to dying here.
Yeah.
No, I think you'd be...
I don't have to go much further to die over there. It's just about a 7-iron shot from here.
You'd love it. The audience is fantastic.
Yeah.
Really are.
You close tomorrow night?
I close tomorrow night to walk down here with my luggage.
Yeah. Now, without giving away, one thing that the critics did not do to you, which they sometimes do when they review somebody, they take about 15 or 20 of your best lines, and they put them in the newspaper.
Well, they did in one paper. They did in one Valley
Yeah?
paper. Yeah, they had about 3 or 4 of my biggies, you know.
Biggies.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can tell us?
And you know what we used to do, those guys in vaudeville when they'd print your jokes? We'd go around the hotel and shoot them.
Shoot them?
Sure, because you were there a week, you know. And I guess it doesn't make any difference here, but it's funny because the joke will play off 50%. You know, you come out with a hot joke like it's so hot in Texas, the guy shot J.R. Ewing, did him a favor, you know, and see, they read it.
I was going to ask you what gets the biggest laugh, but I can't do that because I'm doing the same thing then.
I got some biggies over there. You got to come over there.
How long do you work? How long are you on stage?
An hour and 10, an hour and 15.
Yeah?
Yeah. And they wanna laugh. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're
And
beautiful
Diane
people.
Carroll is
They laugh buying their tickets. They're like the Palladium, you know, in England.
conditioned.
Oh, they're just beautiful.
Why is it, you think? Now, you were originally born in England, but you're really American.
I was born in England, but I left when I was very young because I knew there was very little chance of me becoming king.
Job was taken?
Little did I know I could go across the channel to Denmark and be queen.
Why is it so many American comedians do well in England, which is true? A lot of American comics go over there and do very well, but there are very few English comedians who do well over here.
I don't know. I wonder why
that
Bruce
is.
Forsyth came over here. He's a funny guy.
But they don't, you know, they don't catch the public.
Very few of them. I don't know why. Maybe it's the accent or something.
A little bit of the pacing.
Although there's a couple of guys that play Vegas, a couple of British guys that do very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually it's the other way around, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know that the Palladium is probably the best audience in the world.
Yeah.
You played the Palladium?
Never have yet.
You ought to try it. It's just beautiful.
See, they don't know me over there. They know you.
That's right. That's right.
You see, I would walk in there and I would be like starting in a club somewhere, and they'd say, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
And that scares me to death.
I know. I was in China.
Yes. I got one of your postcards from China, and you said, "Very lonely over here."
Yes, 900 million people who didn't know me and didn't give a damn. I'll tell you, but they were nice to me over there. They do your laundry while it's still on your back.
Oh, right there.
They really do. And I walked in the hotel and went up to the suite, and I said, "That's a beautiful statue of Buddha." And the guy said, "That's not a statue, that's a mirror."
How many years you been with NBC? This is your, what, 31st?
It's my 31st year, yeah.
On this network?
Yeah, yep.
Were you ever with any other network? You never were with any other network, were you?
Never worked.
That's right, in the old days of the
place. I
Pepsi.
came in here with John what? What's his name? John, the guy that was the head of NBC out here. And we planned this studio here. And I put the seats down in front so you could be more intimate.
Yeah,
you know?
This is a great studio for it.
They got them. Yeah, they got them right in
It's a great studio for comedy. We're going to try.
It's great.
We're going to try one in here sometime.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Was that the correct name of your special?
The first name is The All-Star Look at Primetime Wars, or Will the People Strike Back?
That's going to be the longest title you've had.
Yeah, well, it's the only one that fits.
Yeah. Is this
It's a long show.
Is this poking fun of the
It's
medium?
A hot hour. Yeah, we were sitting around with about 5 or 6 writers. We said, what are we going to do? We got all these stars, got 15 stars.
Right.
And some guy said, who shot BH? And that started. I said, wait a minute. That's it. So we started talking about, you know, what we could satirize. And, and then we're doing Charlie's Angels. There were 3 guys as the Angels that I know you'd love to be in because I saw that first black guy. I never felt that way about till I saw your legs.
You like how cute, aren't they?
Different kind of image.
Well, you know, once in a while we do it. At home it's okay, but down here in public it's silly. We have some outtakes. Do you want to do these now, or do you want to wait until we take a break and come back?
Whatever you want to do, John.
These are things I guess there will not be.
Your show, after all, you got Silverman back, so what the hell?
You see what we have on the...
Yeah, I love that.
That's his office right
NBC
here.
was glad to get him back. They were afraid they were going to lose him to Chrysler, you know.
We certainly do bite the hand that gives us the money, don't we?
No, he's great. He's great. He's trying hard. You know, he's bucking his own talent. Do you ever realize that? He built up CBS, didn't he? Went to ABC, and here he is fighting his own talent.
Yeah.
And where's he going? There's not another network, is there?
Armed Forces Radio after this. Let's take a break. We'll come back and show you some outtakes from Bob's show.
Alpo dogs everywhere enjoy long, active lives, like Robbie in California. He's 14, 98 to you or me. Listen to his owner, Mary Lou Reed.
I call Robbie the Desert Wonder Dog. He's always ready for rock climbing. He chases coyotes out of our yard. Still, we both love it out here. He loves the meat in Alpo, and he's eaten it for all his 14 years.
Dogs sure love the meat in Alpo. Maybe Robbie's been around so long because Alpo's been around so long.
As America's #1 ball pen, selling over 2 million a day, it's safe to say that Bic knows pens.
Does Bic know pens? Do doctors play golf on Wednesday?
Does Bic know pens? Do rabbits multiply?
The ever-reliable, virtually indestructible Bic, just 29 cents. Does anyone know anything the way Bic knows pens?
Does Bic know pens? Do the Arabs have oil?
Now save on the Super Saver Pack. Does Bic know pens? Does TV have commercials?
It's Bob Hope's All-Star Look at TV's Primetime Wars Saturday.
Doc, we're back. We're talking with Bob Hope. We have Richard Pryor, David Bowie with us tonight. You know, this is the first time I can remember only mentioning 3 engagements of yours: the special, the amphitheater, and you're going down to Dallas. Are you cutting back or what?
Saturday night, yeah, for a big testimonial for Roger Staubach.
Yeah, he's now retired from the Cowboys, right?
Yeah. And he's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful guy.
I want to see if you can get me Tom Landry's hat. I want to see if... does he wear that to bed all the time, do you know? Tom Landry is the coach of the Cowboys who wears the hat.
Combination coach and chaplain.
I think that's what you're right. Now the outtakes we're going to show. These are things, I guess, that will not be seen.
Yeah, these are some outtakes of the show.
But things that, little goof-ups, watch the monitor. Things that you'll see tonight, but you won't see tomorrow.
Laguna, you looking prettier than ever.
I know, but you can have a kiss for reminding me.
Hey, don't take advantage of this innocent young girl.
You saying that to me? Last year you were elected Lecture Hall of Fame.
Pardon? Hey, don't take advantage of this innocent young girl. Get him a motorcycle. Hey, please don't take him. Hey, don't take advantage of this innocent young girl.
You saying that to me? One more time.
Hey, this isn't lunch. This is Joe and Jack Dumpy. They recently wrote us about their problem. Would you tell us about it?
Okay, I'll tell you the little problem first. We're Siamese twins.
That's the little problem. Well, what's it like being a Siamese twin?
It's like having a monkey on your back.
Boy, I like your suit. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Against the wall, you low-down, sniveling, moth-eaten, lily-livered coward.
Did anyone tell you when you're mad, you're just, you're supposed to look at the cars. Did anyone... I'm seeing 3 people. Did anyone ever tell you when you're mad, not only do your nostrils... Anyone ever tell you you're mad, and when you're mad, and... When you're mad, not only do your nostrils flare...
Bob, can you hold 1 second?
Why not? That wasn't it.
A couple of more of those sketches, and you'd still be on the air then tomorrow by just taping that.
Went on and on.
I saw Brooke Shields in there.
Awfully good.
Brooke Shields, Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah.
Who else?
Barbara Eden, Stella
Stevens.
Barbara Rush. A few little things.
Mm-hmm. You always work with all
It's work, that's all.
Oh, sure. Must be.
Curse that I'm stuck with. You know?
Traveling all with these beautiful girls.
No, they're beautiful. We got a great cast.
Yeah.
That Gil Gerard's good, too.
Yeah.
Danny Thompson.
It's like a funny show.
He slowed us up, Danny. He'd blessed the camera before every take.
Yeah, that's right.
He had himself cloned so he could hear his own confession.
He is a little religious, isn't he? What's this I read about you going to Russia to do? They said you're going to do a show in Russia. Then I said, how
After
the hell?
Dallas, we're
I said, how can you do a show in Russia? How would they understand you?
Well, we're not, no, we're not going to do it for that. I'm going over for the ambassador, and we're going to fly from Dallas to New York Sunday night, and then we jump on the Concorde.
Yeah.
On Monday at 11 o'clock, and we fly to London, and we rest there, and then we'll go into Moscow.
Yeah, now you've been
on the Concorde yet?
Yes, isn't that something?
How about that? Is that a beautiful thing?
Yeah.
God, I'll tell you, the way it accelerates, 1,500 miles an hour, and accelerates. For the first 100 miles, I have a pug nose. No, it's on.
So you're going to entertain
do it. No,
American
the
Embassy?
ambassador invited us over there. We're going to go over and visit. I'm going over with Stuart Symington and Alex Bannis, a couple of people, and then we're going to do a show for them, for all the embassy people.
Oh, I see.
British, American, Canadian, and do a show there on the 12th, and then bust into London and go right up to St. Andrews and Glen Eagles for a week, and then down to England for another week of golf, and they're having a British Classic over there for a lot of charities. You ever played in England?
No.
Oh, you ever played?
No.
You've been to England, though.
I have been to England, but...
They're very stuffy on the golf course.
Oh?
Royal Berkshire, they made me wear a jacket and a tie. And that was in the shower.
Yeah.
That's very stuffy.
Do they know you in Russia? Do the Russians? Your movies ever played in Russia?
A few people. You know, I was there in '59. This is my second trip.
But I mean, do any of your motion pictures ever play there?
No, they don't play over there. But I was there, and it's a strike. A very successful trip. I got out. And
when you're over there, you want to see if you can get NBC's equipment back from the Olympics and bring it back with you?
Yeah, I hope they have a little there. That's not a bad idea. I'm glad you mentioned that. I wonder if I could use it.
You may, yeah.
I'd like to do that because I want to film a spot over there for a later distribution. You know?
I think they got most of it out, but I think they did leave some.
I had all Russian equipment the last time I was there, and it was the days of the Sputnik, and after the show I said I want to congratulate the Russian scientists on their Sputnik, but I can't speak German, and that got me into a little bit of a scene.
Yes, I could imagine.
See the Minister of Culture the next day.
Yeah. See? Anyway, tomorrow night at 9 o'clock? Is that the right time?
9 o'clock, yeah.
9 o'clock on NBC?
Just before...
You're right ahead of Miss America, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. It's funny, isn't it? 2 sex symbols on the same night.
Yes, it's going to be tough to fit. Bob, you know, you're running over to the amphitheater now.
I've got to go and work.
Do your show, and then the next day down to Dallas.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks
for
coming.
Would you give your next guest my very best?
I sure will. I sure will. Yeah, are
Thank
we
you
ever?
very much.
Right after this, stay where you are.
Kleenex presents the Boutique Tissue Ceremony.
Flowers are pretty no matter the season. Elegant colors arranged for you. Beautiful softness for so many reasons. Only from Kleenex Boutique Tissues.
Kleenex Boutique in rich shades like ebony, oriental plum, and jade to blend Kleenex softness with everyday decor.
We give you Kleenex Boutique Tissues.
Trying to make better tasting hamburgers?
Uh-huh.
That's easy. Got any Lipton onion soup mix?
Yeah, but I'm trying to make better tasting hamburgers, not soup.
Well, add an envelope of Lipton onion soup mix and half a cup of water to 2 pounds of hamburger and mix. Now you've made Lipton onion burgers.
Terrific onion flavor, perfectly seasoned. Who'd have thought you could make better hamburgers with soup mix?
Now this is some hamburger. Soup up your hamburgers with Lipton.
We are back. My next guest. The next gentleman, you all know. It's hard to... first of all, we're all extremely glad that he is here tonight. He is an extremely talented man, and one thing you can say about Richard Pryor, he is a survivor. And when he is on, I don't think there's anybody who is funnier or more inventive than Richard Pryor, and we're just delighted he is here tonight. Would you welcome Richie Pryor? We mean it. And also, good night. Come back here. And also, I probably should mention the first black admiral in the United States Navy. Welcome back to the world, my friend.
Thank you.
They all mean it. You know, I don't know where to start. First of all, how you feeling?
I feel...
Don't do that to me. When you walked in, I wanted to go over, and I really wanted to put my arms about you, and as soon as I did it, I said, my God, he could be in terrible pain, and he won't say anything.
People, I went out to a nightclub here in L.A. one time, and people beat me to death.
Right.
I mean, Richard! My man!
Good to see you back. You don't need that, huh?
Oh, man. I'm just happy to be here.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Are we happy to have you here?
Thank you.
Yeah, how long ago was it? I mean, I'm trying to get the date.
17 years.
Since the accident?
Yeah,
it must seem like 17 years sometimes.
It's a long time ago.
You know, I was surprised that actually it was very, very touch and go. There's no secret about it, that when the reports came out in the paper, they were very apprehensive whether you were gonna make it.
I watched myself on TV. They said I was gonna die. I had a TV in my room, and I hit the button, and I turned it on, and they said, Richard Pryor is dying.
That ain't the happy news, is it? You want to hear?
I said, oh, my God. I hope I die before the 11 o'clock.
Don't need that again, huh?
It was something. I was in the hospital. It was funny. When I got to the hospital, I damn near ran to the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that, seriously, I have Olympic records coming.
You got it.
Because I was running so fast, Johnny, I ended up running with myself. I was actually running beside myself, talking about pace. Because I was trying to get help.
Yeah.
And I got to the hospital, and I was just hysterical. You know, you get what they call shock.
Yeah.
And I was in shock, and the doctor grabbed me and said, do you know who I am? No, I'm Dr. Grossman. I'm the best. Don't worry. And steam was coming off my body, you know. I said, no, I won't worry.
And he's giving you credit,
Yes,
huh?
I said, don't worry. Yes, it's fine. Just please. And I couldn't take nothing for the pain, you know. For about 5 weeks, I was in the hospital. And finally, one day, a nurse said to me, why don't you ask for something for the pain? I said, what? He said, all you have to do is ask. I said, wait a minute, man. I've been here 5 weeks talking about ooh and ah, and all I had to do was ask. He said, yeah, and I had him shoot me up for 6 more weeks. And I want to say something. You know, people say a lot of things about life. Life is important, because when that fire jumped on my, all I could think about was life. I did. I screamed for God, and the Son of God, the Mother of God, everybody. I was trying all religious symbols I could think of. I was trying to call, you know what I mean? I didn't call the Bank of America once.
Right to the top.
I'm happy to be here.
Oh, man.
I really am happy to be here with you, especially.
I'm glad. Yeah, I know you do.
How you doing, Ed? Great, brother. Thank you.
I called you a couple of times over there to see how you were doing.
Yeah, man, that was nice when you
I left little messages,
you
know.
was going to France.
Yeah.
You would talk to me on the phone.
Yeah.
And I said, thank you for the nice things you said about me, Johnny. You said, didn't mean a word of it.
Did they ever send you the telegram? Because when you were in there and they had the fight, the Duran
yes.
fight, and Marlon Brando was kind enough to send over, I guess, a closed circuit thing so you could watch the fight.
He came over and brought it over.
So I sent him a message. I said, you couldn't come to the phone, and I says, tell Richie that the only reason Brando sent over the TV was that Marlon thinks you're an Indian. Did you get that?
No.
Didn't get that one, huh?
No. You know what, though? That fight was wonderful.
Yeah.
See, I won money on that fight. I won about $1.50.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I knew Duran's just nasty.
Yeah, he's...
Did you see Tommy Hearn fight?
No, I missed that fight.
Man! Woo! Good God, the man is nasty. The man is a welterweight. I don't see nobody can whoop him except maybe Larry Holmes.
Yeah, you don't want to hit those guys. They get angry.
No, this man has just murdered Pino Cuevas. Cuevas, after the first round, Cuevas said, I might beat this fellow. He had to go back out there another round and get some more whooping.
That's not a good profession.
No.
Let me ask you this now. I want to be a downer. Was there a time when you were going through all this that you almost wanted to say, "Oh, to hell with it"?
Never.
Never got that down where you said, "This,
no, Jack,
I don't like this."
Death, when real death be hanging around your bed, you don't want to say never.
See, people always try to transfer their own feelings. I've heard people say, "Well, gee, I wouldn't want to be in that condition. I'd like to really go." And I said, "Man, you can't say that."
I wasn't in nothing hurt me until the last week, man. They did a graft and took some skin off my leg, and that's the only pain God let me feel was it, and it hurt.
Well, sure.
I mean, I was going, "Ooh, my leg," and the nurses were going, "Man, you was burnt up. Why aren't you talking about that?" I said, "That didn't hurt. This is hurting."
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, man, I never thought about going away from here.
You must have heard from thousands and thousands of letters and telegrams.
A lot of people.
People you didn't even know probably that knew you.
Yeah. Sent me letters and Bibles and everything, and I appreciate it. I really thank y'all very much.
Yeah.
And I'm answering all the letters. I got a thing. I wrote some letters, and I had them, you know what you call it, like photographed.
Right.
A bunch of them, about 15,000 of them. So far, I just got 15,000 I'm sending back so far, but I'm going to answer everybody.
That's
so
incredible.
I want you to know that.
That's incredible. Let me take a break. We're coming right back with Richie after this.
I've got a husband, 1, 2, 3 children, and 1 busy bathroom. But I keep the bowl fresh with Vanish Bowl Freshener. The busier the bathroom, the harder it works.
Vanish Bowl Freshener. Snap it on. With every flush, detergents and activated deodorizers fight ring buildup. Swirl away odor in the bowl.
So the whole bathroom smells fresh and clean, even when it's not busy.
Vanish Bowl Freshener. The busier the bathroom, the harder it works.
Now Velements comes in a new flavor, cinnamon. It's different. Velements took the sugar out. Cinnamon never tasted like this before. So fresh, it takes your breath away.
Velements took the sugar out. You can really taste the mint. So fresh, they take your breath away. Cool refreshment, Velements.
New and different cinnamon from Velements. Now in 4 refreshing flavors.
We're back talking with Richie Pryor. Does it feel good to be back in front of an audience? Because you're an entertainer.
I was really nervous, man. I've been nervous about coming out here, you know.
Yeah.
I just said, "Oh, my God, I don't know. My mind might go blank or what happened?"
No way.
But it's really nice. Thank you. It made me feel really, you know, I can't tell you. It just made me
Hey, I saw a thing in the National Enquirer the other day. Without getting into all the whys and wherefores and however the accident happened, it's not really too important, because when somebody hurts, they hurt, no matter how it happened. But the National Enquirer had a story about you the other day.
Yes, sir.
Something about, what was that now? Something about you're back on drugs
I said
again.
I was back on drugs, and I read it. You know, it bothered me. I didn't know people took it. I didn't know you'd take it for a joke, because I thought people believed that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And it bothered me. It really hurt me. And I said, well, why would somebody, who in the world, print? And I couldn't understand it, so I called the people at the National Enquirer.
Right.
There's some English guy, owns it, I guess. He's the editor. I talked to him. I said, that's not true. Those are lies. He said, well, we've talked to several people. And I said, but I don't care. They lied on me, you know. It's not true. Your information is really wrong. I'm not about that anymore.
Right.
And so they sent a lady over today. I talked to her. She was real nice.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know how people can just write up a lie. They just take it and they make it up themselves. If you don't give them an interview, when they want one, they just say...
They'll make a story.
Well, hell with you, Jack. Check this out.
You want to talk to us? We're going to lay this on you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just want people to know that I ain't about that, you know, without saying a whole lot of other things. I just ain't about that. No.
Great. Is this going to change your lifestyle a little bit, do you think? I know you're moving to Hawaii.
Yes, I am. I built a home, my first home. I built a home in Hana. Oh, shouldn't have said it. Excuse me. I built a home in Hana. And
nice to see you back to your old form again. Yeah.
And I built a home, and I fly.
Yeah.
You know, I fly a plane. And
As a pilot, you mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I started flying, really flying in the air. About last year, because I've always been afraid of planes.
Did you take lessons out here?
No, not here. I'd never take a lesson in L.A., Jack.
No
planes,
good.
Woo, no good. They run into each other on the runway. But I got a plane over there. I got a Grumman.
Yeah.
And I got a single engine over.
You got your license yet?
Yeah, I got a student pilot's license. I'm going back and finish and get my pilot's license. Because then I'm going to Africa. You know?
On the plane?
No, not on the plane. I'm going to have the plane shipped to Africa. Because it's a small, little, tiny one.
Yeah.
But when I get to Africa, I'll be able to fly around and be a doctor, selling medicine, take the medicine and stuff. You know, or food or whatever, you know, but I'm just going to...
Or some albums or something.
Sure. I don't know.
Well, you know, just take them albums.
Yeah, but I just having a new adventure with the flying.
Yeah, it's fun. I got my...
I always thought I was dumb. You know, in school, they told me, you dumb dummy. You want to fly, shut up. So when I first flew, man, by myself, I thought I was something.
Isn't that a great thrill the first time you'd look over and the instructor is not sitting there?
Do you fly?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
And the first time you take off the ground and you look over and the instructor is not there.
That's right.
And you got to bring that thing back.
That's the point where you say, and I got to land. See, the taking off wasn't so bad, but you say, oh, I got to remember all that stuff he taught me about this landing.
Mm-hmm.
I landed like this the first time.
Yeah.
But I landed, I got down.
We all did the same thing.
Yeah, but over in Hawaii, it's fun because you can just crash in the water.
Why did you decide to move to Hawaii?
Well, it's paradise. The place that I mean, it's just, I've never seen no place like it. And the people are warm and they're brown.
Yeah, that's right.
They are brown. So, I mean, I was either there or Mississippi, so... So I picked Hawaii.
Are you gonna get back to performing?
I hope so, but I'm gonna take off for like at least a week. I'm gonna take off a little while, you know, and enjoy myself.
Yeah, but I think I know you kinda.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd be happy sitting around for 6, 7, 8 months or a year.
No.
I think you got to get out and start.
I can't sit that long. I just really can't. It turns in on me. I have to get out and do something. But this is exciting for me, just to know that, hey, man, it's possible. Anything's possible if you want to do something.
Yeah.
I know that, because I know I was laying there, and I had to find something in myself to make me live. And all I thought about was get well.
Yeah.
And you can do anything. People can do anything they want.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'll tell you, do one thing. Promise me you won't give up performing, because if there's anything that we need in this mixed up and nutty world is a lot of laughter, and to lose somebody like you and not perform would be wrong.
Well, that's
Don't waste that time.
Gene Wilder and I got a movie coming out in December. It's funny, too. Sidney Poitier directed us. It's Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy
is the name of it. I have the film right here.
Wait, hold it up the light and take a look at it.
And I'm looking forward to that. And another movie with Cicely Tyson that's really nice. And I hope that you like that.
Those are 2 you'd made already before this happened. That's great.
So I'm just going to be off for a while, enjoying myself. Are you going to be on an hour?
Yeah, starting September the 16th.
Oh, man.
A week from this, we're going to do...
An hour? What people going to do with that extra half hour?
Your turn. Yeah.
I think that's nice.
Yeah. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to come back, and I'm going to be doing 4 shows a week. Rather, I've been working the 3. I would rather come back and do Tuesday through Friday and do the hour show because I think it'd make it a little faster.
Yes, and you get home quicker.
Yeah. You know, all those kind of things.
That's nice, man.
Fly down and see you in Hawaii.
Why not? We could fly together. Start a new flight company.
Yeah.
The Bozo brothers.
Trans debris.
Yes, indeed.
Something like that. Pick up these things. Lots of Luck Airlines. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Big yard sale, Alice. Kids are even helping.
You know, they deserve a reward.
Simple. New Pepperidge Farm rich and moist cake. Just one easy layer, but some cake. Extra moist, because it's made with pudding. Then topped with frosting made with real whipped cream. Ooh, more kids than we thought. Try new rich and moist cakes. One easy layer and some cake. Because Pepperidge Farm remembers.
The way a lot of Americans select a real estate firm is shocking. They take a chance that a friend of a friend or their neighbor's cousin who dabbles in real estate will do the job. Today, more than ever, don't gamble on your home. Rely on Better Homes and Gardens. We're a national network of real estate firms. We select our members very carefully. Only the leaders in each community. We don't gamble when selecting a real estate firm. Neither should you.
On NBC Sports World, the year's top horses run in the Marlboro Cup Saturday.
I think we got everybody jazzed up now. I think you're in for a treat. The next guest you all know, David Boy. He's an extremely talented musician, but he's going to do something that hasn't been done before. He's going to be the first rock star that ever plays Broadway, starting September 23rd, in which he is going to perform in, not in a rock concert, but in a straight play, Bernard Pomerantz's The Elephant Man, which is a very unusual play. And David's an innovator. He started things and set trends for groups one that hadn't even been thought of. And he's got a remarkable new album out. He's going to do 2 songs for us tonight about space. First one is called Life on Mars, which he recorded a decade ago, I think, 10 years ago. And the second is called Ashes to Ashes, which is his latest single. He better be good after this. Featured on the new album called Scary Monsters. Would you welcome, that's going to be released the 15th of this month. Would you welcome David Boy?
hair, and her mother is yelling no, and her father has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen as she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sad thing for, 'cause she's lived it 10 times or more. It's about to be lived again, as she's asked you to focus on sailors riding in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the oh man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know. Is in the best-selling show. Is the line long? Tortured brow. Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow, and the workers have struck a fine. 'Cause Lennon's on sale again. See the mice in their million hordes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds. To my mother, my dog and clown. But the film is a sad thing for, 'cause I wrote it 10 times or more. And it's about to be risen again, as I ask you to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, wonder if they'll ever know. It's on the best-selling show. Shot girls in synthesis, and I ain't got no money, and I ain't got no hair. But I'm hoping to kick, but the planet is glowing, 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 glowing. Ashes to ashes, bunk to bunket. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heaven's high, hitting an all-time low. To build the sail tonight keeps following me. The little green wheels are following me. Oh no, not again. I'm stuck with a valuable friend. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. One flash of light, but no smoking pistol. I never done good things. I never done bad things. I never did anything out of the blue. Whoa. Want an axe to break the ice. Wanna come down right now. Ashes to ashes, funk to bunket. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heaven's high, hitting an all-time low. My mama said, to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom. My mama said, to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom. My mama said, to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom. My mama said, to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom.
David Boyd. And we'll be back in a minute.
Hey, Marge, does your mouthwash work as long as Listerine?
Mine works just as long. Almost as long. Long enough?
Look, Listerine's strong. It keeps your breath clean hours longer than your number 2 mouthwash.
And Listerine antiseptic kills the germs that can cause bad breath. Nice tip, girl.
For clean breath that lasts hours longer, should you ever be without Listerine?
Mom, look, I have a tooth.
Oh, and guess what I have? A pack of new Trident.
New Trident?
It's softer now.
It is softer and tastes great.
And see, 4 out of 5 dentists surveyed recommend sugarless gum for their patients who chew gum.
Gee, Mom, I like this new Trident.
Good, because I like that new tooth.
New softer Trident. It's improved, recommended by moms who care about teeth.
We're back. This is the very first time that this young lady has been on the show, on the Tonight Show. She's a very pretty thing, and she is one of the stars of NBC's hit series Chips. And that premieres, we're supposed to. They have new episodes. Are they working? Yes, they have some. Yeah, they have some new shows. Some actual new shows will be coming on television this fall. Premieres on Sunday, September the 21st. Would you welcome Randy Oakes? Randy? Whistles.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, isn't it nice to see him up and around again?
It's wonderful.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm so frightened.
What are you frightened of?
I tell you. Okay. All right.
Take a deep breath.
I promised myself I'd get together.
Want some apple juice? Have some apple.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? I see you're insinuating that this is something stronger than apple juice.
Apple juice.
Organic, natural.
Apple juice. It is.
How are you? You all settled down now?
Yeah.
Here. Allow me.
Thank you.
Ah, yeah.
I like the crowd, right?
Is this? Yeah, this is a good group tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Chips, how do you like it? You having fun with the show? Want to start there? Try to hold in, Rich. This is gets this time of night. We do what we have to do. Be careful. Don't touch Richard. He is.
Sure, I have a good time.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Terrific job.
Is that the first television show you ever did?
I've done a lot of other shows. It's
Yeah.
my first series.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, that's not the truth.
Yeah.
I did another series that lasted only a couple shows.
What was that?
It was called Rossetti and Ryan.
That was with, I'll tell you who
Someone
was with.
laughed.
That was with Jerry.
Squire Friedel. And I'm sorry. Let's go on. I think I've forgotten.
It was two lawyers. One of them was Irish and one of them was Italian.
And it only went 3 shows.
Yeah.
And I started the second show, so I didn't do too well.
Well, that's a shame.
You know, it didn't go on too well.
Well, we've all lost a lot of shows.
But I like the show. It's nice to be the only woman in an 8 or 9 person cast.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
Imagine it would be.
It's nice.
Vice versa.
Very supportive.
Yeah.
Real supportive.
Used to model, I hear.
Yeah, I modeled for
Mainly television or?
About 7 years in New York. No, actually, I did quite a few television commercials, but I modeled. You know, I hear these little jokes. People are laughing at this. I modeled.
No, that's our staff. Friday, you see our
staff?
Our staff starts making plans for the weekend, and they, what are you going to do after this? We don't know. We get the show.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, look.
I quit modeling at a point where I was old, 22.
Oh, come on.
22, 23.
That's considered old for a model?
Oh, yeah. I was sitting in gray advertising, and at the time I was a relatively successful model and had a bad attitude. You know, I mean, I walked in one day and I was supposed to see someone at gray advertising, and I walked in and I said, "What do you mean she doesn't want to see me right now?" I'm really, it was a bad attitude, and I deserved it. But I sat down and I said, "Okay, well, listen, you know, I can wait only a few minutes because I have a booking." And there were 2 girls sitting across from me. They were maybe 14, dewy. They were still dewy. And I heard them say, "Oh, who are you with?" I'm with Wilhelmina." "Who are you with?" "Oh, I'm with Ford's." And they said, "You know who you look like? You look like a young Randy Oakes."
A young Randy Oakes.
I was 23 years old. Maybe,
And
on the
that's
outside. Yeah.
Wow.
So I got out quickly.
Were you highly paid? Now, you hear all of these things. Everybody wants to be a model. And how highly,
I hear you over there.
and how highly paid models are.
Yeah.
True? I mean, if you're a top model.
Yeah, sure.
Like what?
Terrific money.
What can you get?
It's about $100 an hour for regular modeling, and about
What, for
$500
$100 an hour?
to $1,000 an hour for lingerie.
Wow, that's incredible.
Well, I'd get,
Nice.
for $1,000. I'd get into a garter belt for $1,000 an hour.
You know, some jockeys.
Did you do lingerie?
To you, yes. To my daddy, no. I didn't do it.
Why, do you think you knew? That's right. You come from right in the Midwest. Randalia? Is that right?
Yeah, Iowa.
Randalia, Iowa.
Yeah, tiny.
Population?
Aren't you from Iowa?
I was born in Iowa.
And lived in Nebraska, right?
That's right. But Randalia, where's Randalia?
It's up in the northeast corner, kind of on the Mississippi.
Population?
49.
Are you putting me on?
I know them all.
No,
Yeah.
I've lived in small towns, but
Really tiny, yeah.
less than 50 people?
Oh, yeah, yeah. But it's you know what it is? It's like lots of little farms all together, and then there's one general store to accommodate.
Yeah, but there is a town called Randalia.
One gas pump. It's mostly for the gasoline, is why
That would be a good reason. Yeah. Well, what was growing up in Randalia, a town of 50 like?
Boring, Johnny.
Boring?
I mean, and I do love them, and I love...
Yeah, I know.
Oh, boy. It was...
But what did you do back there? What did you do Saturday night in Randalia?
Come on, didn't you? I worked.
I didn't grow up in a small town of 50 people.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a metropolis of 11,000 people. Look, in Nebraska,
It's
that's a
different.
metropolis,
Yeah.
11,000
Where
people.
was it?
Norfolk, Nebraska. That's a pretty good size
Yeah,
city.
it is, actually, in comparison. Well, I worked. I
On a
honestly
farm?
just worked. Sure.
See,
I
everybody
was...
thinks if you're in the Midwest, automatically you're from a farm. Now, I never lived on a farm in my life. As soon as I say I'm
Oh,
from
you
Nebraska...
didn't? Oh, no, see, I assumed that, too.
People say, oh, no, you're out, in the North 40 doing things and shucking corn and threshing wheat and putting up livestock or taking them down. I don't know exactly. Never did get that term
You don't have to
exactly
do
straight.
either, no.
Now, what did you do?
Worked.
You worked on
I
farm.
put them up and put them down, yeah. I worked every single day. We were very family-oriented, and I got out of there at 17.
Yeah.
Quickly.
And where'd you go?
New York and modeled. And then I...
Never been any place outside of Randalia, but didn't your folks say, wait a minute, what do you mean you're going to New York at 17?
Oh, I really did an all-American trip here. I beauty contest winner and...
Yeah?
And the whole thing, and I won a contract.
Were you Miss
And I'm-
Randalia? Well, you could have been the only one in Randalia, and I'm not putting it down, but...
It's true. It's really true.
And here's the entrance, and the winner is,
It's
No,
close.
you could have won.
Very close.
You could have won in a large city, too. I didn't mean to put Randalia down. Probably hear from Randalia tomorrow.
My dad, undoubtedly.
Your dad's still out there?
Yes.
Is he still active farming?
Sure.
Are you the only, Oats?
Only Oaks? The only one?
the only one?
No, I have...
No, I know your mother and father, of course.
Actually, they're enormous. My family's enormous. It's pretty much all of Randalia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did you decide to go from Iowa to New York? Now, you never been to New York. You've never been out of the Midwest.
I used to sit at home and watch a show around 11:30 at night, wishing that I'd be on it.
Are you serious?
Actually, sure.
We go into Randalia?
Oh, absolutely. Sure you do.
I didn't know. Well, I didn't know that.
We have television.
I know that. I mean,
Oh.
You'd sit and watch the Tonight Show?
Yeah. Oh, actually, what I used to do
After
was...
your chores, I suppose, on the farm.
You know, he's making fun of
I'm
it.
not making
Daddy,
fun of you. Isn't that what they call
mean
it?
it.
Isn't that what they call it? You do your chores.
I do my chores. I used to do my chores every morning
You
and
go out
every
and
night.
whip the hogs or slop the cows or
No, we
something.
didn't have hogs. We didn't have hogs.
I'm just talking.
I was going to come out here and be so sophisticated tonight. Can you believe this?
You're
Oh,
gradually coming
Lord.
out completely unglued. So you go to New York at 17. Where'd you stay?
Yes.
Where'd you stay?
Oh, actually, I thought,
You want me to light that, Richard? We'll take a break and we're coming right back.
Ground roast coffee. You find its flavor in Taster's Choice. But what's a decaffeinated drinker to do? Taster's Choice Green Label Decaffeinated. Freeze-dried to capture the look, smell, and taste that's a ground roast lover's dream. And 97% caffeine-free to let you dream easier. Taster's Choice Decaffeinated. 99.
Okay, America, show us your underalls.
Underalls, pantyhose, and panties all in one are only visible at department and other fine stores.
Tisk, tisk, the rest of you. Show us your underalls.
We are back. We're talking with Randy Oakes. Richard Pryor is with us. You are rehearsing for a television show that has played the last couple of years, I think, called Circus of the Stars.
Oh, yeah, for 2
where
years.
A lot of performers go in and they do weird things. Train elephants.
Weird.
Well, I mean, the trapeze, artistry, and all of this.
They asked me to do the show, I guess it's almost a month ago, and asked me what I wanted to do. And if you're going to do the circus, right, you're going to do the biggest. And I wanted to do the trapeze.
Flying trapeze.
Oh, it's great.
Now, you've never done this before, obviously.
No, never.
I think I know the guy who trains you because my wife Joanna and a lot of the ladies in the Share Show out here one year did a lot of trapeze stuff in what they call the web, where they climb up and do that. And it was Bob Yerkes, is his name?
Yes, right.
And he trains a lot of the gals.
Actually,
who've never done this before.
No, he's wonderful. It's the most exciting, frightening, exhilarating,
That's what I wait for in the
thing I've
circus
ever
is the flying trapeze.
Yeah.
Now, do you really do some stunts?
I do it full on. I mean, I'm up 40 foot in the air, and he said to me, it's a funny thing, because when you're an actress, you think that you're being very conscientious, and somebody gives you a direction, and you say, oh, please, just tell it to me again. Let me really get it in my head. I think it's a lot of procrastination, actually. This guy says to me, you're going to do what I tell you to do, when I tell you to do it, exactly the way I tell, because otherwise I'm going to fall 40 foot and kill myself.
Yeah. Well, you do have a net, don't you?
Yeah, but actually, before I even started working out, he was working me on the trampoline, because if I didn't learn how to fall, you could really hurt yourself on the net.
So you've done the show already? Have you taped the show already?
I wonder why somebody laughed when I said I'm going to kill myself on the net.
This is the kind of an audience we get. They like to see things like this.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Do you do a flip? Do you do a, what do you
Oh, you know, I thought I was doing well. I've mastered the initial fear. Standing up there, you're up about 40 foot on a platform about this wide.
Right.
And they want you to lean out and grab a hold of the trapeze, pull the trap up, and drop into midair.
Sure.
It takes weeks to get into that. It takes weeks to get rid of that fear. I thought I was looking an angel through the air. He videotaped me the other day, a frog.
You look...
I was like... I couldn't believe it.
Not as graceful as you thought?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Really.
Anyway.
But at least I've mastered the initial fear and some of the technique, and now I have to really practice for a long time.
Yeah, I hope it's a big success. I wanted to ask Richard one thing before we leave tonight. During this stay you had in the hospital, was there anything funny that happened? I mean, was it all just a...
No, all of it was funny to me. I woke up, and I saw the people was looking at me, you know, and it said, I told them a joke. I said, like, I believe that Gabriel went to God and said, Richard's on fire, Lord. And God said, put it out. And Gabriel said, but we can't catch him.
They told me, all the nurses told me you kept telling jokes. We'll be right back. bound. Well, Miss Mandy, how you feeling now?
I am...
It was nice having you.
Thank you.
It wasn't that bad,
Thank
was
you.
it?
Well, I'm glad it's over the first time. I'm going to tell you.
Takes a little while to get used to it, but it's nice to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
Richard, my friend, I cannot tell you how good it is to have you back. I mean it. And have a nice rest. Have a nice rest in Hawaii, and keep in touch, will you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow night is Saturday. Then comes Sunday, and then comes Monday. I've got this under control. You're not playing with a fool here, folks. David Steinberg will be here with Dick Shawn, Hoyt Axton, Mary Kay Place, George Shearing, and Helen Gurley Brown. Have a nice weekend.